Are you stuck in a card making rut? I've got a solution. Let's check it out. Hey y'all, I'm Wendy from Village Card and Craft. Thanks so much for joining me today. I had an idea about card kits. Now hear me out. Card kits are a great way to kind of shake things up, use new materials, and kind of get out of a funk. However, they can be very costly. Some card making kits can be $30, $50, even $100 per kit. So let me show you a kit that I bought in February of this year, but it was a December Hero Arts kit, and I happened to get it on clearance. So this particular kit had a bunch of product in it. So it had this bold print cling stamp, which is great, snowflakes. It had 2 dies. It had some paper, including 2 glitter sheets, but understand these are half sheets of paper. This kit was supposed to make 12 cards. It had some shimmer spray, 2 ink cubes, and some glue, as well as some embossing powder. How much do you think this was? If you guessed $59.99, you would be correct. But if you've stuck around long enough to see any of my videos, you know that I do not like spending money. So I paid $12 for it. But how can you create your own card making kit so you can have it on the back burner for when, well, you've lost your mojo? Have you ever thought about a challenge? So this is kind of a twofer. I have recently joined Kendra's card challenge number 11. 11, yes. And her contest runs from July 1st through September 30th of this year. So the way the challenge works is she will give you card sketches, and she will show you how to cut 6 pieces of 6 by 6 inch patterned paper. So the object is with only 6 pieces of paper, I'm going to make, in this case, 15 cards. So you go to her website, and I will link that in the description below. You print off the PDF. The PDF is available July, August, and September. After that, she archives it and you no longer have access to it. So you can print it out and hang on to it. There are videos on how to follow along with how to cut the paper, because sometimes they're a little intricate. One of them actually really stumped me this time around. Took me a few goes with the video to make sure that I cut it properly. And then you create your own little envelopes. So not only am I going to do the challenge, which has over $1,000 in prizes from 20 different sponsors, all top brand sponsors. It is free for any card maker in the entire world to enter. You can enter it once per month, so June, July, and August for each of those card sketches. She has information on how to do all of that. But over and above the challenge, you can create your own little paper making card kits. I have 15 envelopes, 1 through 15. I just number them at the top. And I put all of the pieces that she prescribes in her PDF form into them. And then right now, I'm going to work on the cards. However, I'm not obligated to complete the challenge if I run out of time or I just plain don't want to. But it could be a really great resource for yourself when you get stuck in a rut. You want to make something, but you just don't know what it is. Go pick out a stamp, go pick out a die, go pick out some ink, and grab an envelope. This is sketch 1 for the first envelope. Let me show you how we do it. The first card sketch only has 2 pieces of patterned paper, the blue and the floral. The rest is up to me. I include a pre-made card base as well as the layers. In this case, the layer is 5 1/4 by 4, which is indicated by the black layer on the card sketch. The white tag on the sketch is my own choice, so I've chosen a piece of red ephemera that says Walk on the Wild Side. Using some blending brushes, I have two sizes here, a large and a small. The small ones are brand new to me. I just got them and they are super wonderful. I am going to ink up the sides of my floral piece. Because my cardstock is double-sided, I can choose whichever side I want for this particular card. And in my case, I chose the smaller floral, and I'm going to ink up the sides with some Distress Oxide and Fossilized Amber. Now, I've noticed that in Kendra's card challenge, the first card sketch is always the easiest one, and then the rest have a lot more pieces, but that gives you a lot of variety, and you can embellish these up big time. It really is all about you. You just have a jumping point, and you already have pattern paper cut. You can stencil them, you can emboss them, lots of options. By having the envelopes made up ahead of time, if you get into a rut, a funk, just go pull out an envelope. You don't even have to use the sketch at that point if you don't want to, but you already have pieces that you can put together and create something wonderful. So looking at my patterned piece that is going to become another tag, I decided to mimic the red tag by using Spellbinder's scalloped rectangles. And I'm going to try to find one that's exactly the same size, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. But did you know that you can use those same rectangles and change it up to make it work for you? So that's exactly what I'm going to do here. None of them match exactly, and that's okay. I'm going to choose one that is similar in size, and I'm going to bring out my Spellbinders Platinum 6 with my magic mat. My magic mat is used, but as you can see, it is not warped, so I do flip it all the time. In this case, I'm going to go ahead and use some scrapbook.com's low tack tape, and I'm just going to line up the left side. And of course, it's going to die cut part of the top and bottom as well. I've used a couple of pieces of low tack tape so that my die cut does not move anywhere when I run it through my machine. Hang on to that low tack tape because you're going to use it again. After tearing away the leftover there, the scalloped edge is exactly what I was looking for. Now I'm just going to line it back up, and I'm sorry that it's out of picture. I really don't see well, so I've got to bring it up close to me. You were either going to see that or you're going to see my head. So I'd rather you look at the magic mat instead of the gray that needs to be covered. Anyway, I have lined it up and I'm going to die cut the other side. I've just scooted it around to the left again because that's what's easier for me. I left this in the video because not everything works out great the first time. And in this case, that's exactly what happened. I didn't line it up properly. So I'm going to turn it over and cut off just a little bit more, but I'm going to do it with the cut side up so I can see exactly where the scallops are and line everything up and then run it through one more time. I love the way the scallop came out, and I want to mimic the hole punches as well. Now let's get the card put together. I just love these two little pieces together. I think they are so cute, and I've decided to leave the rectangle as a rectangle and glue that on, and then, well, I'm trying to decide if I'm going to glue down both pieces or just one piece. The card sketch indicates a bow for the two tags, so I'm going to use some red twine that's leftover from Christmas and make a little bow for this. Okay, I already have a pre-cut A2 card base, and all of her card sketches are based on 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch cards. And of course I am dragging out my Barely Arts Precision Craft Glue because that is my absolute fave. I have already glued my blue piece down to my black, and now I'm just going to layer that up onto my card base. Now I've decided to just glue down my bottom tag, and I'm going to leave my red tag to kind of swing freely. With my pieces glued down, it's time to embellish, and this is going to be super simple. Because my tag already has a sentiment, all I'm going to do is take some little rhinestones and I'm going to glue them down, again with Barely Arts Precision Craft Glue. Now before I show you the final project for card sketch number 1, I just want to say thank you for choosing to spend your time with me. It truly means the world. If you found value or enjoyment out of my video, please consider giving me a thumbs up and hitting that subscribe button. It is free to subscribe, and if you ring the notification bell, it'll tell you when I release a new video. In the comments below, I'd love to know whether or not you've purchased card making kits and if you find value in them, or if you thought this was a really great idea to make your own card making kits. This would be a great summer project with the kids or the grandkids as well. So let's go check out that card, and then I'll see you real soon. This card came out so cute, and while not exactly like the sketch, it gave me a start. And I left that top tag so that it swings freely, giving this card some motion as well.